Hey everybody, this is my fall tour of the Millville Cemetery in Millville, Ohio. Um, we do have some friends and family who are buried in this location, and just some people we know. I just took a picture of this stone because I liked how it had a cross and it had the mold and what on it. Not mold, it's moss, not mold. So I just liked the way it looks, so I got a picture of it. I did take a few wide shots as well as I was going along just to kind of show you the scope. It's an older cemetery for sure. It definitely has a few older stones in it, and it's still in use, and there are a lot of newer stones as well. Most of the older stones, if you go, there's like I think three different driveways you can drive up into it, and most of them some of them are on the right hand side, and some of them are in the middle. Basically, these are just pictures of ones that I thought to be interesting looking. I noticed some. There's definitely some styles that were going on at certain points. This was one I also saw in the Samuel's Lutheran Cemetery. That style. And I've seen like the particular font that they use on these stones is one they've used on others that I've seen in probably the Indian Creek Baptist and the Lutheran, the Samuel's Lutheran too. So you can kind of tell where they came from based on the style of the way the font and the lettering and the way the stone's made and things can kind of show you that. That one was laying in the ground. So was this one. It was next to a tree, so the root, that was kind of cool looking. This one was broken, but still legible. You can still see the dates and pretty much all the information that's on it is still clearly visible. And this one was still standing well, and it's a picture of unfortunately, it was an infant that passed away, and he passed away on Halloween of all days. So wow. But yeah, they usually have the lamb for the babies. This was oh gosh, does it say 18 years if I'm reading it right? But yeah, I mean, some of that lettering they were able to do in somebody was good with either a chisel or something, or however they did this. Or if there was like a stamp that they put on, well, the stone was still like wet cement or something, so they could get those designs in. There's that tree design again. This one, it was just the top was still there, and these were broken, which is the only reason I took a picture of them was just like I said, I was kind of looking for interesting looking stones because there's a ton of stones in this cemetery. This is a newer stone that I got a picture of that has like Roman columns for it and stuff. So yeah, it's very nice looking. It's nice looking. I noticed there's a person. This was a. I recognize the last name here, so I'll just say I recognize the last name of a friend there. So I got a few pictures of those stones there. And this stone is a stone of a young boy that my mother babysat for years, and we took care of, and we knew throughout his whole life, which was unfortunately short. He had metabolic liver disease and unfortunately passed away. I also noticed that the Brosiers are not just buried at the Samuel's Lutheran Cemetery. Apparently they're a generations old family. They have stones here in the Millville Cemetery as well. A good amount of them. I like the little fancy bee design they have in the stone there. It's nice. There's about 3 or 4 stones I think you're going to see here. And of course the trees and the leaves on the ground make it look picturesque for a fall cemetery tour, of course. The Brosier, yeah, they're a large clan around here that's been here since at least 1815, that I can say, because of the signs that I saw for the Lutheran cemetery over there. It was established in 1815, so And this one was just another one where the stone was interesting looking, so I got a picture. The fonts are real nice. They're pretty fonts. This one was interesting looking too. I am considering talking to my dad about making a wooden version of the Dracula stone from Castlevania 2, and maybe doing in the future venture doing a small graveyard set up for Halloween with some stones of certain characters and things, and it would be cool to really make that Dracula stone the way it looks in the game, because I know my dad could do it well, and he and I could do it together, and it'd be cool to do that. It'd be fun. That would be fun to set up and build and design and stuff. So yeah. And this is an older stone here. It looks like it's got some bolts holding it up. It kind of makes me think of Frankenstein a little bit. Kind of a gray, cloudy day. It's cold too. It got colder on the way back home when I was walking back home after I got there. Stayed for a little while. There's another one where the stones come off, and maybe they can put it back up. And that's me making my way back to the road so I can start making my way back home, and you can see some trees and the skyline and things like that. So yeah, another cemetery tour. Oh, well, I guess I wasn't quite done. I guess there was a few more stones. I was walking down that road, and I saw they had a mason. This stone had a mason's logo on it, so I made sure to get a picture of that. And also, it's just nice looking stone there. And then I also noticed this one as well. I've never really seen one with that curly Q topping. Any other ones like that? So that was kind of a unique stone to see. But I think that might conclude this tour. Yes, it does. Okay, so yeah. But yeah, the Millville Cemetery does have some old stones to go see. So if you want to look at some older stones and in person, go check them out.